We zijn in Amsterdam bij de Melkweg voor een optreden van American Young met John Stone en Christy Asmundsen uit Nashville in Amerika. En we hebben de gelegenheid om een interview te doen, waar we heel dankbaar voor zijn. John and Christy, good evening and thank you for having the opportunity. You're from Nashville, but you both come from the northwest of the United States. So, how did you get from the northwest to Nashville?
Well, everybody that is a musician that loves country music ends up in Nashville if they want to do it for a living.
Okay, so that's the place to be.
Only place to be.
And you're playing the fiddle?
Yep, and I used to play in Weiser, Idaho and do all the fiddle festivals and stuff, but if you want to play on records, you got to be present to win.
Nashville is the music city, so that's why you had to go. Nashville is the place where you actually met.
Yeah.
You didn't know each other before that?
No.
That's right.
So how did that happen?
So John had written a song for Lee Brice that was the #1, and there was kind of an impromptu #1 party down on Demumbrian, and
It's a hot spot in Nashville.
Yeah, it's kind of like where the locals hang out, and I just went and asked him to co-write, and we ended up jamming together, and then he came down to Tootsie's where I was playing, and he sat in, and I was like, fell in love with his right hand.
So you just wanted him as a partner?
Yeah.
In crime, on the stage?
That's right.
Okay, that's great. Before you got together, you were involved in other ways in country music.
Yeah.
Christy, what did you do before American Young?
I was in a band called Bombshell. We had an album out called Fight Like a Girl, and it was really fun. We played every honky tonk around America. Kind of cut my teeth, really figuring out what music, that songs, and first of all, if you tell the truth in a song and you write your story in a song, usually you're not the only one that's gone through it. There's lots of people that can identify if you're really honest with your experiences and your emotions. And also that you can do a lot with the right song, and there can be a lot of cultural change, there can be a lot of social, inspiration, and a lot of different things can happen from the right song. So we got to play all sorts of honky tonks. We got to play a lot of cancer walks with Fight Like a Girl. It was a story about my friend Jenny, and so I got to see a lot of the impact of what music can do. So American Young, we really try and stick to that idea of songs that are honest and true to our life and our stories, and also observational honesty about where we are as a community, as a country, and basically just take snapshots. This was a good 4-year snapshot of our lives in a record.
Okay, great. And how about you, John? You were more a songwriter than a performer.
Yeah, right? I was a performer when I moved to Nashville. I had a record deal on Sony for a while, but I really wanted to do something that nobody could ever take away with me. I got dropped from a record deal in, I think, 2005, 2006, and it was really frustrating. And I didn't want to be in a position that anything could ever be taken away from me again. So I became really, it was important to me to become proficient at songwriting, because everybody needs great songs, always. So
yeah.
That's just whether the trends or the phases of music go up and down, everybody needs great songs. And if you can write great songs, then you'll be fine.
That's absolutely. And you have some great performers who did your songs.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride so far.
Yeah. Can you name a few?
Sure. Rascal Flatts, Blake Shelton, Kenny Chesney, Lee Brice, Jared Neiman.
So your name is on quite some number of CDs as a writer. That's an awesome achievement, of course. So now you got to performing again, and I think Christy more or less has a kind of a part in that.
I'm just engine.
Yes, engine, the driving factor.
Yes.
So you started playing together.
Yeah.
And
Our first gig was at the Bluebird Cafe. If y'all have ever come to Nashville, you got to sit in and the writers' round at the Bluebird Cafe. John had just wrecked his motorcycle, and he showed up covered in scars and bandages. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a trip. And that was kind of our first, first time we really played together. We had jammed together down at Tootsie's, and then we started covering the Paula Nutini song, and we just started kind of messing around on some covers and stuff. And then we started writing, and we really felt like the conversational aspect of what we do, is unique. And, watching each other and writing from that perspective, it's not really happening right now. So that's kind of, and I enjoy watching him.
It's been good.
Okay, so in what way does American Young set you apart from other country acts?
Well, I just think that we're really we're from the Northwest of the states, obviously, and that just carries a different upbringing than other parts of the country, and I think that translates into our music really flawlessly. I think
we tend to get out in the woods a bit up there. There's not a lot of people, and so John and I really tend to. I'm definitely more social than he is, but we tend to really like our space and our quiet out in the woods.
Okay, so when you're on stage, the two of you, how are you different from each other, and how does that impact or maybe contribute to your work and to your act?
I think I come from a bit of a classical jazz background, and he comes from a metal background, which actually that is kind of classical, like metal. There's the same kind of scalar ideas, but John has this great saying. I was watching you tonight, and it was really funny. It was like, he goes, sometimes you don't need to play a whole bunch of notes. You just need to play one note really right. And I'm a fiddle player, so my left hand is just going all the time, and I have this thing where the more notes that you fit in a short amount of time, then that is what my job is, because I just play fast and furious like every bluegrass player, and John has really evolved my thinking on that to where you just play the right note.
And it's hard to be patient.
Yes, I'm not a patient player. That was probably our biggest. He's very patient.
I'm not a patient player either.
And he's good with silences, and I can't.
I'm not good with silences. I could get a lot better. My idols of playing are good with silences. B.B. King, amazing note choice and picks his spots. Derek Trucks, probably the best ever at doing that. And there's a lot of players. All the great players are. All the other ones want to show off.
Okay. So you're touring Europe now. You're playing songs from your album. You have one album out. Mm-hmm. I heard some of that work on a Scottish radio program the other day. There's quite some nice work you do, but you also did some more traditional country music in that show.
Oh, the Louvin Brothers song?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For example, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was really fun. The Louvin Brothers were instrumental. If there were no Louvin Brothers, there'd be no Everly Brothers, and there'd be no Beatles. So it's like that the dichotomy of that situation. The Louvin Brothers are, instrumental in pop music for the last 50 years, 60 years.
Yeah, they're kind of a foundation.
Yeah, they're definitely a part of it, for sure.
Yeah, okay, well, that's great. So now you have that first album out, which was last year, 2016. Is there more to come? What's in for the future?
Yeah, we have a song that we played tonight called What Are You Working For? And we love that. It's kind of based around true stories, and basically the idea is, what are you working for? Is it for you or for someone else? And we just started digging into what motivates us and asking the right questions and writing the ideas that are, we have a song called The Calling that I really feel like is going to go on the next record. And it's basically, when you find your purpose, and sometimes you're not even necessarily really searching it out, it's just sometimes hits you right in the face and it's so undeniable, and then you just know it. And so we're really focusing on writing for purposeful conversations.
Okay, that's nice. That's great. Well, let's wrap this up. Will you be back in the Netherlands someday soon, or?
I hope so. Spread the
Nothing,
word.
yeah.
Spread the word.
I want to come in the wintertime. We can go.
Nothing planned
I don't want to
as
go
yet.
in the winter time. It's cold here. Isn't
It is. Well, no. Oh, we don't
Do
have
the
the harsh.
canals ever freeze over or anything?
Not that often. Not
not
that
that
often anymore. No,
You know,
our winters
Nash-
tend to be more softer lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
the summers are great.
Going to make some canals.
Sorry.
Nashville's going to make some canals.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's on our big plans.
I mean,
Okay.
that's a giant plan.
Okay.
Giant plans.
That's
I mean,
absolutely-
they built these canals in the 1600s.
I know.
Okay.
We're gonna have to. We got a lot of digging to do.
A lot of digging to do.
A lot of digging.
Okay. Well, next time when you come back to the Netherlands, I hope to be able to meet you again and
love
see
that.
see what's new, what new material you have. And I think the Dutch country scene needs to show up more, and you need to draw some bigger crowds.
I
We would
appreciate
love
And,
it.
it.
We would love it.
I
Well,
think they
hopefully-
just need to be introduced to it. I think once they see it, everybody loves it. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, absolutely.
And hopefully
Absolutely.
we'll start getting some country music festivals over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have this whole culture in
Yeah.
the United States that we brought over to the UK, which are these camping festivals.
Yeah.
You go out to some
Okay.
farmer's farm
Yeah.
and you put your tents and you spend like 3 to 7 days just constantly listening to music. And
Yeah.
it's a whole lifestyle. It's so much fun because you become friendly and
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, we do have our festivals in the Netherlands. So,
Oh, I can't wait. We should come play them.
So we will have to make sure that people will hear from you, and we'll play you on the show. We'll play a song or two, and maybe a few more in the next few weeks, and so people will know about American Young.
I appreciate it. Please follow us and find us on Instagram, American Young, AmericanYoung.com, @AmericanYoung, Twitter, and tag us every time you do that. We'll
Yeah.
spread the word too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'd love to listen.
Will do. Thank you so much. Thank you for a great evening, and enjoy the rest of your tour, and have a safe trip back to the States.
Thank you.
Thank you.